It's really, really amazing. First of all, I'd like to thank Jason and Dino for actually arranging this call over here. So a little bit on it. Why action team, right? So I remember me starting this journey as an action team where we're setting up slides, arranging tables and chair, sweeping and mopping the floor of studio. That's how I got started, right? By picking all the small little roles that whatever that can do without even saying no, oh, I don't want to sweep, I don't want to mop, no such thing on that. Because why I say that is because when I get to know all the small little roles, right, I know when I actually move up to the level of that organizing things, I know what it takes for the small little role to do. That is the same thing in our business as well. We started this as a 25%, moved to 35, 42, 50, then senior consult and world team, active world team, right? So the action team also is the same thing, right? So after that, I was working, I was doing all the small little tasks and everything. And then I moved to IT team. This is the thing. So me and Jason were setting up the projector, the slides and everything, all the setups. That was back in TWC. And then slowly there was an event called STS where we held every single month in Times Square before. Then I was there as an action team as well, as person who's blending the shakes behind, serving the shakes, tearing the papers, working at the door, opening the door for people, as an world team member there, you know. But over there, the pin doesn't represent anything. It's what we do to. So when I was there, I asked myself, I was there for the whole entire day. And if I don't have any people inside, I just wasted my entire day. So an action team meaning is that when you are doing something to contribute for the team, you guys are the one that should be growing the most, because you have to have a little commitment in your mind that you're going to put in your people every single time you're going to spend that 1 hour or 2 hours there. When you actually have that kind of mindset that you want to put in your people, doesn't matter if they're coming in for the workout, doesn't matter if they're coming in for the book club, whatever activity, you are growing because your peoples are inside. Because right after the session, you can do a short, how was the session just now? What do you like the most? What was challenging? What do you love? You are doing a short little debrief with them, right? So I'm just sharing a little bit like what was doing before, right? And then after some time, before Meili and Jason actually moved to Perth, that was the biggest challenge for me, of to hand over the lifestyle day to me. That time I was just an active world team. I have no idea how I'm going to run this. I was like freaking out. I'm like, how I'm going to do this and everything, because so many departments here and there and everything. So Meili was showing me for 3 times. On the third time, I need to pick up the skills already and start doing. So when I was doing it initially on the first round, it wasn't perfect as how it was Meili was doing it. And then the second time, right after the first time that thing actually run, the second time I start to think, eagle point of view, that how can I make this even better? How can I systemize this thing even more smoother? Right? So as you grow, you start to learn. Second, you learn with working with different people, different characters of people. Some will be like listening to you, some maybe not listening to you, some will be like late, some be very early. You mix with all different kind of characters of people, dominant, influential, all these people. So you know how to communicate with them. This is the same challenge what you're going to face in your team. When you know how to use the way of communication with your team by working with the people in the action team, you will know how to groom your people. So when Meili gave me the task on to become an action team for lifestyle, after 3 or 6 months, I forgot, right? That's where I started to run for my Get One. because it taught me so much how to systemize things, how to work with people with different characters, how to set the right expectation and deliver the message in the right way. So I'm not like being bossy, but at the same time, I'm being a leader. The choice of communications, right? Then after that, went to pursue, and then I pick up another role of HUM coordinator, an action team. So the first 3-4 times we were doing it, and then I realized that, you know what, I think this need a system. So we tapped him, actually had a discussion. Then I took the lead of doing this together with Singapore team, and right now we have an automated system that works every week smoothly for our HUM. Right? So when I start doing that, boom, get to 5. So each and every time when you start picking up new role and you start moving into the action team next and next, your pin just keep changing. Yeah, so I make it from long to short. So it's very, very amazing you guys are being an action team and make the best benefit out of it, because every single hours that you guys spend, plug in at least 2 to 3 people. The more people you plug into it, the more growth is going to happen. Because your hours that you're there, you're not just playing music, you're not just playing slides, you need to know that what are you growing behind. That is very important. Okay, did I cover? Yeah, I think that's all. Anything else do you want me? Yeah.
That's amazing, Ben. Maybe you forgot to mention one part that was like way earlier. Before we have moved to Damansara Uptown. So I was really tough to and strict to Ben.
Yes.
Yeah. So I told Ben one thing. So Ben asked for the permission whether they can work together with the team and join as a operator in the club and all those stuff. So of course, deep down inside me, we know that for sure we will accept him. But then I don't want to make it a yes so easy. Then I told him, Ben, do you remember what?
I have to earn my place.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to earn your place. You have to prove yourself and ask him, what can you bring to the table? Yeah, I know that I can be strict to him because this young man that time, he's so hungry. He's so hungry to learn and he's so hungry to grow. And then he is actually a good team player that time. But they are, of course, every one of us, we have our strength and our weaknesses.
Yeah.
So we saw something in him that he has a fire, but then he also had lack of certain things in skills, soft skill actually. So all these soft skill was really fulfilled. First of all is the attitude first, that he actually stepped up a lot. Because since that day, the conversation, he actually stepped up and then he jumped into everything. Without everything, we just say, hey, Ben, can you help in this? Ben, can you help in that? He will never say no. And even though it's uncomfortable, he will take up the challenge. Yeah. And then he will just do it. And then when you see things that it's not doing well, and then we give some feedback, and then we just adjust, and then we just make it better. So the attitude was right. He was ready to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. So he started to gain trust in the team, and then he gained a lot of support in the team, and then become like a big family members together. And then we all learn and share notes together. And then because he has proven himself that he's worthy. And what he has touched upon was really, really important, is that what we learn in the action team, imagine that we were the action team that would just open door in the STM, in a hotel, and they say welcome and give a high five to people. We were behind the scene to blend shakes. We were the people that was actually just giving tickets or selling tickets. We were the one that arranging chairs. Although each and every role has a little hard skill that we need to learn, which is according to the role, the technical skills that you need to learn. But what's more important is not that. It's the skill that you can't see. It's a soft skill, the people skill that Ben just touched upon. How do you deal with people that's older than you? How do you deal with people that's higher pin than you? How do you deal with people that is giving you trouble? How do you actually greet and welcome people that is very new and customers? You know what I mean? And give them a hand to lift them up. So all these skills is not written in the sort of job description in the action team role. For example, learning in a computer team, the role of clicking on the Zoom is just it's just not clicking the button. It's one obvious soft skill that you learn from that. It's about your farsightedness. Is that the right word? Farsightedness. Yeah. You are predicting what's coming ahead in the next few seconds. So you know what to play in the music, what to play in the slide, what kind of message, key message you want to deliver to the audience. All these are the soft skills that you want to see further than that. Just imagine your customers in the audience. What can you do in that? And then also, how do you actually deal with each other, arranging the time, being committed, and also able to support each other? Those are the soft skills that is not written. Yeah. So, and because in this business, it's all about teamwork, that we work with sideline all the time. And it's very important that we need to learn about the personality. If all of you have actually heard about this DISC, personality test, dominant influencer, stability, compliance. Yeah. If you don't know about DISC, please look it up in the YouTube or even website. Read about it, do a test on yourself, and then you will be able to see the team members that we're working together as a sideline. How do you deal with each other? What is the way that you can communicate better in delivering the message? Because all these skills, I can tell you that it's 100% helping me in me closing my sales towards a customer or getting customers, because we know how to speak with different people with a different style in order to have effective communications. Yeah. So all these skills is really, we can't put it in a job description, but it's just there for you to pick it up. And you have to open your eyes big, and then ask yourself a lot of questions along the way, and then you will really be excited to learn all these things. Good. Ben, any more insights that you can share about what other things that you really pick up, like maybe one or two examples about what you learned throughout the journey?
What I should learn throughout the journey is, like, one most important thing is that sometimes being in an action team, especially like for those who are going to be action team leader, right? Sometimes we need to make a tough call where either you want to prioritize your own business or you want to prioritize the team, or either you want to prioritize your self-benefit for the team. So these kind of things actually will come to you at certain point of stage, right? And secondly as well is that I think the most important thing I actually learned as well is how to deal with people as well, and how to screen them. It's just not about adding more people, but how to categorize them on, like, are they just like a consumer, and are they just like volume producer, are they just like a builder? You'll be able to have a better judgment. You'll be able to, not judgment, you'll be able to analyze people better. And you have like an internal filter system, used for Instagram, the same filter system that's like inside your eyes. You can always see, then okay, this is my business. So it's so easy to go on. When you use this skill towards your business, it's so easy to go like popcorn. Yeah. So these are the two things that what I think is really learned in being an action team. Yeah.
That's great. Do we have more time so that everyone can have an exclusive Q&A session with
Yes,
Ben?
we do. Yes, we do.
Anyone have any questions that you want to ask? Anything? This is the private moment for you.
I can see some of your
I
fingers.
have one question, Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you share with us about your AMG 45? How has it changed your life so far?
Okay, all right. So basically, how I should let me tell you, like I think 3 years back, 2 years or 3 years back, when Huili was buying her car, I actually followed her, right? Because I was not having any car, so I just wanted to follow her and everything. So when she got her car, I was looking at this A45, and at the moment I heard for the sound, I was like, "Oh my god, I so want this!" So I wanted to work hard for it. So long story short, 3 years down the road, I got almost only one step better than what I actually aimed for, CLA 45. But what I actually have changed is that he have not just about the car, but it's about the mindset of the entire team, my family, even my own brothers. Things have changed. So let me tell you what about happened to my team. My entire team starts to believe that this is really working. I can do it by myself as well. I can just be like Ben. If Ben can do it, Ben can achieve his dream. I think when I follow the same path, I'm going to make it happen. So it motivated the entire team. And in fact, most of my team were asking me, Ben, can I have a ride? Can I have a ride? Can I have a ride? They were excited. They were happy. They want to get on the ride. Right? Secondly, about family, that the perception that what my dad actually had all this while actually have changed, right? From being doesn't have a car, just by traveling bike and everything, things have really changed a lot. And right now he's so proud and telling to every single one of the people that he meet outside, my son is doing Herbalife. And in fact, he's finding customers for me from someone who doesn't like me to do. And right now he's sharing it open-heartedly. And in fact, when the time I let him test drive the car, he couldn't stop talking about the car. I just did a small little touch up on just add a mini like a sticker around my wheels. Guess what? I didn't see that one wasn't done a very nice job. Yesterday morning, he's like, Ben, did you go and touch up this thing? He never do it properly. I was like, I parked my car at the corner. So he parked the bike there and he went all the way, like almost every day, just to check on the car. That's how excited was he, right? So he just made a change over. And lastly, what I said about, what is it about? My brothers. Right now, my whole brothers are actually inspired to see that Ben can do it, I can do it as well. The dream gets bigger, the dream is stronger right now. It's because one person did that. To be honest, I was scared. I was scared to buy that car because I was scared that, am I able, can I really pay? Can I do this? Why do I need that? I was just going for a small car. I can just get like a Myvi or a Volkswagen, just pay every month few hundreds. But I actually asked myself the same thing when I started on the business. I was scared too. I want to buy stocks. I'm scared too. But I have to have belief in my heart and see, am I really can do it? When I really want something, the energy changes within me. So I just made it happen. So the AMG really was a turbo boost in my life, and it just fixed everything that what I was trying to work for this years. Yeah.
So it started off from by changing pin. That's how you have a changing car, and then you have a changing life, and then family, everything just changed around. So
Yep.
it all comes back to how bad that we want to change pin together, right?
Indeed.
That's amazing. Today when he shared, is not as juicy like the other day. He shared with the tap team. His excitement is like, wow! I was like, really,
Yeah.
really
I
very.
have to tap team can share everything. So yeah. Oh yes,
I'm so
qualify.
happy.
So I actually asked myself, I actually qualified that. I asked myself when I actually start qualifying for the bonus 3 months in a row plus. That's why I actually choose to, okay, then I can get a car. So yeah, Willie was right. So you need to set yourself up for a qualification.
I mean, that not necessary that every one of us
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to buy something that is branded
Yeah,
or expensive because this is not our team culture.
Yeah.
But if our team culture is to work towards your dream, because it is his dream to have a very nice car. And once in life, if you are a person that you like car, once in life you must actually own it and then discard it.
Yep.
Yeah, because nothing is permanent in this life, right? All this material stuff is not permanent, but the experience of you having the car stays with you for life, especially the experience of you seeing your dad open up his eye with that big smile, that
Yeah.
it's priceless. It's priced more than the AMG.
Totally.
Yeah. So chase your dream. Doesn't have to be branded goods or whatever, but just chase your dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more questions from everyone? I know you guys are very excited to know more, right?
Going once, going twice. Because I got a question. All right. So, wait, Ben needs to mute. Okay, cool. So, being in an action team, it involves, like you said, the eagle eyesight and all that. Make sure we get the best benefit out of it. But what is the greatest challenge that you face, and how can you relate that with your business? Yeah.
Greatest challenge in being an action team or greatest challenge being in the business?
Action team.
Action team relate to business. I think the greatest challenge was to lead by an example, because to tell your team or to tell the action team to do something, we have to do first, and we have to do it like 4 to 5 times even more better, and set the bar high. The bar has to be set that, and when our downlines or when our team members want to do, they want to do as good as you. They want to do it even better than you. That kind of feel, right? So I think that was the challenge I was having in terms of mindset, how to make it even better, how to perform better. Yeah. So it's about leading by example.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ben. Do we have any more questions? Can be any questions, guys. Related to business, his AMG, anything.
Go ahead, Regine. You unmute yourself already.
Yeah, I can see her finger like unmute already. Can ask.
I mean, like throughout the whole journey until now, like what is the toughest client that you have ever come across?
Our first client, huh? He's still in the call, but
I know he's gonna say me.
yeah, your family members could be the one of the most toughest person that you can actually coach, because it's so challenging for you to put aside of your coach or a brother or your if you're going to coach your mom, is it going to be a son or you're going to be a coach, right? But the beautiful part about that is that that's where you start to learn how to have the right kind of expectation, and family never gives up on you. Yeah, coaching cold market client is very easy. You don't like, okay lah, you like, okay lah, you stay, not a problem. Yeah, family members is totally next level. You cannot say if your mom doesn't like you, or you cannot say, oh, you cannot do like that and everything. Oh, that's it. You don't get rice for the next 1 week.
My mom is staring at him.
Yeah. Good question, Regine. Grace, I'm waiting for you for Get Team.
actually, I got a question that it just came into my mind that
Yes.
like you were sharing that family is the toughest client, right? So definitely I don't have a family client, as in my own family client. But then like while you're running the business and all, like you were sharing that you're, like I don't know whether are you staying together with your family, but like I think not, right? So I was just really having this question lately in my head that like in my house itself, right? It's not the right environment for me to grow the business. So that's why I always end up coming to my boyfriend's place. Yeah, but end up it's still other people's place, and I don't want to, use the space lah. So I've always wanted to thought about shifting out and changing my environment. But the thing is, if I were to do that, it's a bit like disowning or cutting off the relationship, and especially that right now, whatever I'm doing right now, it's my parents doesn't know what I'm doing. So I don't know. I think lately I've been having this internal struggle that I'm going through. So I was just curious about how you actually.
Congratulations, you're going to change your pin very soon. I faced the similar color challenge when I was in, I think it was a world team towards active world team. That time, my emotion level, you have to ask Jason, it goes like zooms, zooms. Who really knows this as well? Majority is because of family as well. So things were actually very, very tough back then, right? The tough point is that when family don't really understand what were you doing, the one who actually knows what I was doing was only my mom. Dino didn't know what I was doing. He was like this, wasn't really happy. He was saying, what kind of elder brother is he? Why is he not doing the work? Why is he not providing family this and that? My dad wasn't unhappy about what I was doing as well. I was studying for aircraft engineering, end up going to do this and everything. So there was a lot of critics like going on it. But what I did was I knew that one day my action is going to speak louder than word. I knew if I work hard enough, I'm able to let my action to speak louder than my words. So what I did was in 2017 October was the day that I decided, what, I'm going to work very hard for 2 years. I'm going to make things happen. So firstly, what I learned was I learned how to do selective hearing, where even though the situation is happening around me, I can isolate myself. There is nothing happening around me, right? Even though they were like my two brothers were fighting in front of me also, I can know how to isolate myself behind like there's nothing happening. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm just saying that that's how it trained my mind to it. So when that actually happens, I was able to focus in my goal stronger, because a lot of time the distractions or not this distraction, the situation comes in from either family, relationship, finance, or circle of influence. All these things just comes in just to like a bee that buzzing around to disturb our focus. So if you ask me how to overcome this with family, it's all about how you sharpen up your laser focus. If you work hard, Grace, just for another 6 more months, and you become a GET team, and you move to double GET, tell me your parents are not going to be proud of you. Confirm they tell to the whole world. They'll be so proud of you where they don't know what to say. Just to share you something, my dad have not spoke to me for the last 3 to 4 years. Right now, every people, before I come to meet the person or before I go down to the place, he really talk about me. That's my eldest son is going to come, and he never spoke about me for 4 years. He don't want to mention my name at all. Things will change when our action speaks louder. So your time is about to come real soon. That's why the challenging is getting harder. But the moment you break that shell, conform. So make your why stronger, be laser focused, and learn how to, it's not being ignorant, but it's called, I forgot what's this skill, but it's a skill.
Selective.
Yes, called a selective hearing. Yeah. Congratulations, Grace. You're on the right path. You're facing the right challenge.
Thank you, Ben.
Anyone else? You want to change pin? You want to grow? We got to ask question.
Okay, let me give you another tips on it. Now, if you guys are actually, when I started the business, who has debt issues over here? Very good. If you guys actually have, very good. First thing that what you guys have to learn is that learn how to do finance management. Right, so I learned this best from Jason. Right, so he taught me on how to do finance management and how to do money management. So these are the two most important skills where you actually need in order to run this business. So time management will teach you how to manage action team time, the same time how you learn how to do run your own business and how to do follow-up, how to do creation. Time management is very important, right? Yeah, and finance management is because that every time you spend the money on every time you get the money from the business, right, try to reinvest back to the business. Let it to grow like a snowball effect, right? So these are the two other important tips that what I actually want to share. And remove the mindset of, oh, I can't afford it. Really, it's like just remove the mindset that start thinking, okay, how I'm going to make it afford it? How many retail stores do you do? How many new customers I want to get? If your debt is 10,000, just need to break things down. How much new customers I would have and how much new retail I want to make. And by you putting them into the action, the lifestyle hub, or putting them into the engagement, that will increase your chances as well. Just everything is per numbers, right? So don't be afraid of debt because everybody have been through that stage of debt. Just find a solution. How can you solve it by having this business as a supplementary income? Oh, what else should be said? I can't remember.
Ben, what was your biggest turning point that turned your whole mindset around that and it started to grow?
In 2017 October, we had to 2017 October, where Dino, me we were struggling really bad. Actually, we were really struggling, and I was having a full-time job. I wanted to make a change to improve my family quality of life. I wanted a situation where money should not be any problem for my family. Anything, whatever they want, I must be able to provide. Because I realized that almost 95% of family problem comes from money. Let me tell you, this is something happened to me when I was age of 7 or 8 years old. I remember when my dad actually bought a ketchup chai. You know what is ketchup chai, right? Yeah, I think everybody knows. That cost about maybe 7 ringgit back then. I was only 7 or 8 years old. I accidentally broke it when he brought home in the plastic. And it got him pissed, very pissed. That time I did not understand. And my heart was, it was only 7, 8 ringgit. Why is he so pissed? But I just realized that's how much he or she had. And that kind of situation actually happens a lot during my childhood until I grew up and everything. It's all because of the finance was creating that kind of situation. So I told myself, if I'm going to start my life by me having financial strength, I can reduce all of this situation to a very minimum and create a better environment for my future generation. That was my thought. And I realized that if I want to start this making happen, it got to start from me first. I can't be changing my family. I can't be changing the people around me. I can't be changing my team unless I change myself first. So that was my mindset back then. Yeah. Thank you.
This is a very, very important point that for all of us to really hear the mindset. That's really amazing. Thank you, man.
No problem.
All right. Jason, we are good. All right. First thing.
Something.
Yep.
Yes, Wai Ling.
Yes, Wai Ling.
Yeah, I just want to know, I mean, what would you advise is like, for example, like for me, I'm managing my company. At the same time, I'm doing this, and now I'm doing this is not just with the customer. So now, like, I'm in the action team. I'm also as a trainer, and this and that. And like, how do I maximize? Because it's like somehow it's like I try to maximize my time already. That how do I move forward and how do I make it better? To, you know, in company I can't just like just few hours or whatever. Then over here at the same time also I have customer that, you know, they will chat with me and call me, or, you know, I have to follow up and all. So it also takes a lot of time. So how do I manage it? Do I manage it better or make it more effective? And at the same time also to build a team?
Very good question. So maybe I don't know how to run a company, but maybe I can share like when I was working a full-time job. All right. So when I was working a full-time job, what I actually did was then I actually create like a 3 or 4 days kind of creation of my posting in a single day for me to do automated. And secondly, I have like a specific time that these are the time I'll be doing follow-up for clients. So like a timetable schedule. And for growing my team, I use the WXS system, like the training system, whatever events actually having, use that to grow the team. And right now we actually have this called World Team Call, Future Active World Team Calls. And last time we used to do that like individually. And right now we already have a system that's already been built up. So by we just putting them into the event, the training, it grooms them. It saves our time. Because we cannot convince the person, we cannot like try to change the mindset or try to, you know, pujo them. It doesn't work. If the person is ready, if the person is really want to do, no matter where you put them, they will grow. Yeah. So I don't know this my advice to help you or not, but I think having a good timetable and also how to leverage on the WXS system will actually help you to max. And how to take care of customer, how to do follow-up as well is that you being an action team, if you are being the action team on the time, you can promote about that particular activity to your client to join. So when you see your client actually doing the workout, you are actually doing basically like a follow-up session with you after that as well. You're creating more engagement with them as well. So you're killing 2 birds in 1 stone. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man.
No problem.
That's really, really good. You know, the part where he said we leverage on wellness expert system. Really agree on that. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So do we have any more questions? Going once, going twice. All right.
Okay. I wish you guys, all of you guys, going to change your pin very soon. 2020 is not end yet. This last 3 months, let's push to 120%. All right. We have a very strong potential millionaire team and a millionaire 7.5 coming up real soon. Right. So I'm very excited for them.